deposit of like $500.
Deposit meaning it's more than that? Nigga, I'm going to 360 Jeezy and having him do my shit, bro. A little off the top.
The whole thing costs like $2,500.
That's how much my rent costs, by the way. You know, rappers be like, yeah, yo, rent on my neck. My rent is dead ass on Don's neck, bro. Just a different one. And today, we got Why Did I Dap You Up? We're not hands off me, heathen. Today, we got a video by Young Don the Sauce God. Bro is back. I got circumcised as an adult. I'm glad this video made the cut. It's like he hasn't posted in a minute. And
I don't have that many regrets in my life, but if I could go back in time and stop myself from doing a few things, for sure, one of them would be cutting the tip of my dick off. Ah, yes.
why do we want to be why do we not want to be circumcised? As a snipped brother myself, I don't feel like dealing with penis cheese, bro. That doesn't sound intriguing. No? Like, why would you want, like, I get the joke, but like, why do you want foreskin? That's just another crevice that you have to clean. Like, I don't get it.
After being gone for about 3 years, I'm sure this was the kind of story you thought I'd make my big comeback with. But yes, about 2 years ago, 2023.
Dad, you got your shit cut in 2023? I was operating motor vehicles when this man was getting his dick cut? Oh my, clip that. No, clip that, cause for sure.
3. As a fully grown adult man with children, I decided to get circumcised. Now, why would a fully grown adult man with children decide to do something so insane? Was it a medical necessity? Nope. Ma Johnson was working just fine. Was it cosmetic? Was I just finally tired of being Team Turtleneck and wanted to...
Team Turtleneck is brazy. Team Turtleneck is absolutely egregious.
To permanently drop the top of my joint? In fact, I can now speak from experience. It's a downgrade.
What? I disagree. Look, bro, which car looks better? This or this? It's a no-brainer, bro. What are we talking about? The aerodynamics are better. There's not skin flapping everywhere. You don't have to, the top of this hole is tan, bro. That's a lot of cleaning you gotta do. Like, this just looks cleaner, bro. There's no way he could convince me that circumcision is a downgrade, bro. And the Huz love it. I don't know what it's like to pipe with an uncircumcised penis. So I can't even comment on that.
Personally, I preferred the...
Why would you want to drive a vehicle with no protection? You should be protecting anyway. You should be wearing protection anyways. But no, we're talking about cars. You should be wanting to... You need car insurance anyways. It doesn't matter if you have a convertible top down or not.
Convertible model. Which makes sense. After all, we are all born with a hoodie for a reason. So why, Don? Why did you do this to yourself? For the same reason dudes have been doing crazy shit since the beginning of human civilization. In the name of God. Ah, yes. You see, I went on a spiritual journey. I became very religious, very devoted, very zealous, as they say. I was willing to do anything and everything I thought I needed to do in order to please God. Now, I'm no longer a very religious person, to be honest. I'm not
religious at all.
Here to tell you what to do or what to believe. And I don't...
He said, I'm not religious. You're also not circumcising. I mean, not uncircumcising.
I don't want to get into it, you know? That's a hornet's nest that I don't want to stick my dick inside. But...
well, you'd be able to now because the skin wouldn't stop you from doing so.
I am going to tell you this story from my religious arc because it's fucking hilarious. And before we continue, I just want to shout out my second channel, YDR. I do funny daily reactions over there. It's nothing religious or political or serious. It's just straight entertainment. I also stream over there, occasionally playing video games and just chopping it up with the chat.
I need to see a video of Don playing a video game, bro. You know, I FaceTimed him yesterday, and I simply asked him to share his screen. That's all I needed. How you do that? Oh, there you go, young blood. Like, gang, this I need to see this nigga play Geometry Dash, bro. I need to see it. I need to witness that with my eyes, bro.
So click the link in the pinned comment and go subscribe. Maybe we can hit 100K in 2025. So there are different kinds of Christianity, right? You've heard about this: Catholic, Orthodox, Pentecostal, Church of Christ.
Gun to the back of my head, name 4 different types of Christians. Lock me in. Mormon, Baptist, Catholic. Mormon, Baptist, Catholic. Shit. Bro, don't slime me out yet. Don't slime me out. I still got, give me like 10 seconds. Yeah, they got me. 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 What's a Methodist? I've never heard of Methodist in my. Is Jehovah's Witness Christian? No, it's not. Is it? Is Jehovah's Witness Christian? Yo, I'ma Swiss cheese your ass on on the 26th. Shoot, Don lost all of his cheese, so it would only even out the universe, I guess.
Baptist, Methodist, Calvinist, Mormon, Yeah, they're a bunch, right? Well, I experimented with a few because the Bible doesn't tell you which one is the right one. I mean, supposedly you can figure it out by reading the Bible and connecting the dots, but if it was truly that simple, there
would only be one Christian
wouldn't
faith.
be hundreds, if not thousands, of different kinds of Christians
There's
and churches
thousands?
and all that. So obviously, it's kind of hard for people to come to a consensus of what the Bible is actually saying. So I shopped around. I dibbled and dabbled, experimented with a few different kinds of churches, and tried my best to figure out which one is the most Jesus-y and Bible-y, I guess. Eventually, I found this one kind of church where their whole thing was living your life just like Jesus. And you might say, yeah, isn't that the goal for all Christians? Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that all Christians say they want to be loving and forgiven and things like that, but Christians don't actually live the same lifestyle as Jesus.
Was that a cupcake?
Because Jesus was a Jew, and there's special rules that Jews follow. Like, they don't eat pork, and they don't work on Saturdays, and there's a bunch more, but those are the most inconvenient ones. Anyway, arguably, the most important rule of them all is that all the men have to be circumcised. Like, if you're not circumcised, you're cooked.
That is so you're telling me, like, you go up to heaven and it's like they do a physical up there? It's that deep? My fault. Wow.
No
I didn't know that.
smelly snorkel dicks in heaven. Only
Do they do like on-site circumcisions? Because it's like, if it's just a circumcision, I feel like we should be able to just like handle that right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, these things are pretty sharp, to be honest. Like, I feel like you could just put a 5 guard on there and take it right off the top.
clean master race Johnsons are allowed. I'm serious. This is in the Bible, aka no snorkel dicks. Now, truth be told, this shit got patched with the Jesus update. You know, when the
the New
Son
Testament
of God DLC dropped, they completely changed everything. Now it doesn't matter. Being uncircumcised won't send you to hell to burn forever, which is pretty convenient for the man them in the UK. Yeah, I've seen British porn. Y'all would have been cooked. But I didn't know the Bible that good yet, right? You don't have.
This nigga didn't read up to the New Testament, bro. He read halfway through the book and was like, oh, my shit gotta go. And immediately dipped, bro.
Like, get a 4-year degree to convert to Christianity, which probably you should, but
gang,
right? But so the people at this Jewish church, they convinced me. into thinking we're still under the old rules. And to be fair, they don't know any better, right? They believe this stuff. But you know, that's like the thing with Christianity. There's a lot of different opinions on what the truth is, but most people have good intentions. Nonetheless, they told me I had to get circumcised, right? Like they were like, okay.
This is a crazy frame. This actually dead might be the thumbnail. Allow me a second.
Look, God might give you a pass, but we don't know. I wouldn't risk it, to be honest. And so I was like, dang, well, I don't want to risk it. And I had the money. I was living in Houston at the time, and they had a clinic not too far from where I lived with pretty good reviews for adult circumcisions. So I
5 Jewish stars is
was
crazy.
like, well, what am I gonna tell God if I died uncircumcised? And he asks me why I didn't do it. So I was like, fuck, okay, I guess I'll go do this. So I call him up to make the appointment, and it was so casual. It was too easy, bro. Like they should have a waiting period, you know, so that you can
Let
like,
you
think about it some more. But they
W mod Mango.
were like, we can get you in on Thursday. I was like, nigga, it's Tuesday. That's so soon. But hey, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well just do it, right? What's the holdup? So I was like, all right, Thursday works for me. I had to pay a deposit of like $500.
Deposit meaning it's more than that? How much to circumcise? A rack? A rack? Bro. Safety scissors are $7. Seven. It literally could not be that difficult, bro. Nigga, I'm going to 360 Jeezy and having him do my shit, bro. A little off the top. There's no way. I'm not spending a rack. No, there's no. Bro.
So that I wouldn't flake. You know,
I'm going to Vic Blends and he gonna circumcise me while he talks about life and shit, bro. No cap.
imagine a lot of dudes would flake if it wasn't for that. The whole thing costs like $2,500.
That's how much my rent costs, by the way. You know, rappers be like, yeah, yo, rent on my neck. My rent is dead ass on Don's neck, bro. Just a different one. That is, wow, bro. Wow,
Bro. And you can't use insurance either. It has to be cash. But can you put a price on not
that shit really costs cheese. My fault.
burning in hell forever? You gotta do what you gotta do. So I made the appointment. Then I tell my wife, and she was not happy, right? In fact, she cried. She thought it was a terrible idea. She was completely against it and thought it was too quick of a decision. It was too extreme. Why can't I wait a few months? Maybe I'll learn something new and realize I don't need to do it. And then I was like, of course. This is the same thing Eve did to Adam.
It's the same thing that foreshadowing. I see what you did there. Cause foreshadowing, I like the way you think, Mango. That was good. That was a zinger. I like that. I like that out of you. Mango.
And look how that shit turned out, right? And if there is anything that the Bible is very clear about, is that you should never listen
to women.
to a woman, especially when she's trying to tell you to do the opposite of what God says. Now, it turns out God would change his mind on this with the Jesus patch, but I didn't understand that at the time. The Bible is a very thick book and it's very confusing, and even the Bible admits to it being confusing, so that's not me taking a shot or anything. So with my mind made up and not allowing my evil Jezebel wife to deceive me into thinking that I was making a rash decision and that if God is, you know, like a loving and patient God, he wouldn't mind me taking more time to work through this stuff before making such an expensive and permanent decision, because as every Christian knows, thinking through things is exactly what Satan wants you to do. That's called leaning on your own understanding. So I committed to going through with it anyway. Well, Thursday came around and reluctantly she starts to support me. And she's always done that, right? Sometimes she doesn't agree with my decisions. Sometimes she even puts up a fight. But eventually she has always supported me.
Hey man,
The
W
end,
bro.
even when I was wrong or was making a decision that wasn't in our best interest. And for that, I will never deserve this woman. So I went to the place, right? They had me put some numbing cream on my Snicker.
I need y'all to just listen to this without animation, bro.
Serve this woman. So I went to the
There you go. Just listen to this. Just listen to this particular snippet without anything. Just do it.
place, right? They had me put some numbing cream on my Snickerdoodle, and once I
First video back, by the way. 3 years of no animation. That's a clip. That's a clip.
was fully numb, they injected it with local anesthesia, which I didn't feel at all. I shot off one last prayer, and then Doc got to work. It didn't take long, about 45 minutes for the whole procedure, and I didn't feel a thing. They wrapped it up in gauze, the doctor wrote me a prescription for pain meds, and then sent me on my way. I was
How was the first reveal? I really hope he talks about that. Like, looking at it for the first time.
shocked how good I felt. For one, the doctor said the surgery went perfectly, and here I am 2 years later and can confidently say that it did in fact go very well based on the results. I also felt like I pleased God. You know, no more snorkel dick, which at the time I thought was really bothering him. But lastly, I felt no pain. Even 15 minutes after the operation was over and I was walking out to my car,
What?
it just felt numb. Still, I stopped at the pharmacy and picked up the pain meds. He prescribed me a bottle of Oxys, which, you know, that's the good shit, right? Those are the kinds of pills that start rap careers, if you know what I'm saying. They're also the
Okay.
kind of
That end rap
pills
careers.
that end rap careers, if
That was, come on, bro. That was a predictable zinger, bro. Come on now.
you know
Like,
what I'm saying. So I get home, still no pain, and I think to myself, you know what? I don't need these pills. I have Jesus. If God wanted me to get circumcised, he's also going to give me the strength to get through whatever pain the circumcision is going to cause. I don't need the devil's medicine. And so I flush him down the toilet. Well, turns out that was a mistake.
This nigga, why would he do that?
So the day continued, and with time it started to ache a little bit. But on a scale of 1 to 10, at worst it was like a 3. Fast forward to bedtime, and my wife and I go to sleep. And I don't know how long I was asleep for, but at some point in the middle of the night, I am awoken with the fire of 1,000 suns on my Johnson. The closest thing I can compare it to is like, you know, like, all right, imagine you have a boner. Now imagine a pit bull trying to bite it off.
Bro, the thing is, I can fully feel this because y'all have watched my story about that time I had a catheter, bro. I've had Johnson surgery before, bro. They gave me pain meds. I took the pain meds. I did not flush them down the toilet because I thought God was going, why would he do that? God!
Bro, that's probably what it's like.
I feel this pain, bro. I know what he's feeling. Pause. I can literally feel the pain in my dick, bro. If you get that meme. Wow, that was a brain rot. That was a brain rot ass joke, bro.
It was like the worst blowjob ever, times 1,000. I couldn't help it. I yelled out, Lord, Jesus, please help me. Of course, that didn't do shit. And it wakes up my wife. And she's like, oh my God, what's happening? Are you okay? I'm like, no, my dick's gonna explode. And I honestly thought that might happen. Like, what if the stitches were too tight, right? I didn't tell the doctor that I was a grower and not a shower.
That will cook you. That will cook you. Cause that's exactly why I had to get surgery, bro. I've experienced this before. I've experienced jawbreaker juice. Oh shoot. Now I have to what's good, y'all? Your name is pretty funny considering the topic matter of the story. But this has happened to me before. Maybe I'll make a deeper video on my situation. Because the reason I didn't go into detail about my situation is because I felt like it would be TMI. But if we're watching this, I could go deeper. I could make a video. Writing it down.
What if he didn't put enough slack in it? But fortunately, it didn't explode. All right, my wife got me an ice pack, and that did calm things down. Once it was thoroughly chilled and back to its original state, I was able to fall asleep again, only for that shit to happen all over again, several times, every night, for like a week straight.
So another man's schmeat inspired you to make a video about your schmeat. You're 25 and typing schmeat in a Twitch chat. I don't really know if you have the grounds to attack me, you know what I'm saying?
It was torture of the sorts I had never experienced before. By the third day, I called the doctor's office and tried to explain to them how I threw away the pain pills because I thought I didn't need them. And so I was wondering if I could get another prescription. But they didn't believe me.
Yeah, of course. They're going to think you're a tweaker.
They must have thought I sold them or was an addict or whatever. And so they didn't write another prescription. And so I had to thug it out on just Tylenol, my G. Just over-the-counter pain meds, which did nothing. But I got through it. Yeah, it was hard. No pun intended.
Oh, man, I was going to make the joke. He got it.
But I got through it. And after a couple of months, it was fully healed and ready to go. And since then, I've had one more kid, a son. So that's 2 girls, 1 boy, all under 3, just so you're all caught up. No complaints from the wife. And so, you know, all's well that ends well, right? Is what they say. And that's the story of how I got If you couldn't tell, I had have a cold, man. I don't know.
This Texas weather is absolutely egregious, twin. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Lock me in. I feel you.
Might be COVID. I don't. Yeah. And that's the story of how I got circumcised as an adult. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my second channel.
Once again, I need you to hear this final clip of the video, bro, with no animation. Mind you, been gone for 3 years.
Circumcised. It might be COVID. I don't. Yeah. And that's the story of how I got circumcised as an adult.
He spent weeks to animate that, by the way. Welcome back, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I realized I forgot to log my curses, so we just gonna excuse it. But that's gonna be my reaction. I hope you guys liked it. I'll catch you on the next one. That's gonna be it for me. Peace.